What up you guys, it's Swarm3 from Swarm3 Productions, and in today's video, this is going to be a very special video. Yes, it's going to be very special for a very big reason. We, in the clan of Swarm3 Army, have broken the biggest record to set foot in Clash Royale. We broke the most princesses set down on the playing field. That's why we broke it. So, I'm going to show you the first clip here. We did two clips, we did two attempts. The first attempt, I'm not really sure how we did with the number, I forgot, I'm sorry. We did the attempt. I'm gonna fast forward through this. So here, Bravo 84, top guy on top, was in charge of deploying them, and Wardog YouTube was the guy in charge of defending and stopping the push of the princesses. Big shout out to them. If it wasn't for them, they probably wouldn't have set the record. I'm not taking no credit into this. They were the ones who set the world record. I'm not taking any of it. I'm just here to report the news on it. Literally, they set the world record. I was so excited to tell you guys and make a video of it because it was unbelievable, which is crazy to even hear, which is unbelievable, like the rush and all that stuff. So I'm just trying to like fast forward until like we get to the part with a bunch of princesses so that we can slow down, because literally the game has been crashing a lot because a lot of action's been going on. So we're gonna set it to like 2. So as you can see here, we're trying to rage up their elixir pumps and get them going. So right now we're sitting at 4 princesses, and then later on he drops another 2, and then they're just trying to keep that flow going with all of the pumps and all that. What else? What Wardog was trying to do is that he was trying to use Tombstone to bring skeletons out so that it could kind of like funnel and try to keep all the princesses together, because they would all target the same thing. And then what happened was we had the giant in play, a big character into the role of that. So then what happened is, let me slow this down a little bit. Here is where it actually started to get a little more crazy, because at this point, I believe he starts to use the clone spell. So let me fast forward to that part real quick. He drops. He keeps going. He keeps going. And then this is the part where he used it, and look how many have just cloned right there. It was really difficult to count, especially for the second attempt, because the thing was, in my point of view, I was in the point of view of Bravo 84, so he couldn't count the exact numbers of the clones exactly, so that was a big problem on that. But we tried like to count in some way, maybe by the crowns on the princess's head or something. We tried to make sure there was like an accurate way of getting their readings. I hope I really could have gotten an accurate reading, because like when you do a Clash Royale view like of a live attack, you only face that one side and no one is on the other side or anything, so it really is difficult. So as you can see here, we have a bunch of princesses down. It's unbelievable. That whole array of the firing arrows, like the flaming arrows, is unbelievably just beautiful and just crazy. Here he throws a zap and a freeze just so that he can stop the flow a little bit. He was trying to, Wardog was trying to keep his flow going a little bit, because he literally was going low with the tombstone, so he was trying to rebuild it, or at least try to help stall him a little bit. Here's where Bravo was still trying to throw a little bit more princesses into the mix, and this is where he cloned them again. This is where it got unbelievably crazy. This is where it got really difficult to count everybody. We try to have a lot of people either watch the battle live, and then tell from there, or we had a lot of people try to replay the video of the attack and then see where it actually stands. We tried a lot. It was really difficult, and look how many there was right there. We knew facts that we hit over 100, but the problem was that we couldn't get an exact number. Again, it was unbelievably tough. It was very tough. I'm not gonna lie. These guys deserve a lot of credit to Bravo 84 and Wardog YouTube. Big shout out to them. Okay, so now we're going to the second attempt, which was right here. This is where I believe they broke that world record. This is where they actually broke the world record, you guys. The second attempt, they're actually a little bit more prepared. They were actually a little bit, not to say smarter, but they were more tactical. They were a little smarter with what they were playing and all that. So here they were going for the towers. Bravo was going for the tower. He let the princess go for the right, and then he let the giant take the left. So they both got each other's tower, which is pretty good. And then they both got each other's tower. Then it got to a point where they were trying to build the pumps and all that. And then they both got it. And then this is where they started like the little train flow, like 60 seconds left on the clock was the double elixir. They started to build up their pumps and everything. And then it got absolutely crazy right after, because they had a bunch of pumps down and then a bunch of like tombstone and all that coming in. It was just unbelievably crazy. So here it gets to the part where they start spawning. I'm gonna slow it down to two times two. So here's the part where you could have kept count. So right now we're at 4 princesses. We're trying to have make sure, again, with that same tombstone and giant effect, we're trying to play it out and all that. Right now, as you can see, we are at 6. Now we're at 8 because he just deployed 2. And now we're sitting back, we're going down to 10. This is where it got really tricky, because when he deployed a giant right into the base, it kind of separated the princesses a little bit, because now not all of them were mirrored or cloned. So now it was like a big a rough part on that part. Like, it was a little bit difficult to understand what happened. See, he dropped the giant right there, kind of like, not to say spread him out just yet, but it got him to, like, yeah, right there. This is where he started to spread the princesses a little bit. And then when he cloned it, he missed 2 right by the pump, but still, that is a lot of princesses right down on that field, you guys. This is where it actually got even crazier. He freezed it, and then every frozen princess targeted the giant, and they lasted a little bit longer. It was unbelievable. Then he mirrored it again. He cloned them, and then he cloned them again. And this is what got crazy, you guys. After he cloned it again, it got to a point where there were so many on the field that they spread out and they got to the other side of the map, and they cloned them again. That was unbelievable. Let me slow it down a little. Look how many there is, and look at that. That is definitely very difficult to count, but we know for a fact that we probably broke this record. If you just take a look at how many there are, you literally see, like, right in the midst area, like, there's a lot of like crowns smudged together. They were literally trying to like separate from one another, so it was really difficult to actually have the animation going and at the same time trying to count them. It was really difficult, but this was a crazy thing. Again, huge shout out to WarDog YouTube and Bravo84 for doing this crazy world record attempt of princesses down on the field. I'm going to catch you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like this video if you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to see any more crazy world record attempts. And it's been Swarm, guys. Later.